Okay, next up, we have our observing chair, David Hoskin, who's going to be addressing for us what's up in the April skies. And given today's April 1st, David, it's a perfect start to the month instead of partway through like it is normally. So now, I do believe you're co-host, so you should have no problem sharing.
Okay. Okay, everyone see that?
Yep, got it.
Perfect. Okay, so let's hope April is a good month for clear skies. The sun this month, well, everyone knows days are getting longer. By the end of the month, we'll be looking at about 14 hours of sunlight. Sun's also getting higher in the sky. Sun well, this morning, April 1st, dawn started at 5:14, and if it wasn't cloudy, we would see that sunsets at 7:41 with dusk at 9:22 ending, and that increases substantially by the end of the month. Now, in terms of solar activity, sun's pretty quiet today. These sunspots, which were responsible for some of the activity we saw, are rotating out of view. There's a couple small ones. There are no coronal holes presently facing the Earth, but March did go out with a roar. These are images taken yesterday on the 31st, showing some huge coronal mass ejections coming off the sun. And just point out, this is Jupiter coming into view. So these images were taken by the LASCO C3 and published by National Oceanic and Aeronautic Association. Good thing we weren't in line of that. So the moon, full moon is coming up April 6th. The birds laying eggs moon. Last quarter will be on the 13th, and a new moon on the 20th. So around the 20th is a good time to get out stargazing. On the 22nd, there'll be a nice photo opportunity. The moon will be situated between Venus and the Pleiades in the western sky. So that make a nice wide angle composition for anyone. And you don't even have to stay up late. So I made a mistake there. That should be PM. 9:30 p.m. That's when you will see that. And on the 23rd, we have the Lyrid meteor shower peaking. This is not a heavy meteor shower. I think of upwards of 20 meteors per hour, but it does sometimes produce some nice fireballs. So, and the moon will be just past the new moon, so it'll be a crescent and setting quite early. So the skies will be nice and dark to see any of those meteors. And then the first quarter of the Frogs Croaking moon will be on April 27th. As always, the best time to check off lunar features if you're doing Explore the Universe is around the time of first quarter, so you don't have to stay up too late. So that would be first quarter of the Frogs Croaking moon around the 27th of April. And Mercury, in terms of planets, Mercury is the planet to look for this month. It's has its best evening apparition in April. And it's quite bright. If it wasn't cloudy today and you went out at sunset, you would see Mercury shining at magnitude -1. And on the 11th, it reaches its maximum eastern elongation of 19 degrees. So if you're haven't seen Mercury, April 11th, assuming the skies are clear, is a good time to look. It would also be a good time if you want to take a picture of Mercury with a telescope. It'll be showing a gibbous phase. Venus, as I think everyone knows, if you've looked out, it's a evening sky object, very bright at magnitude -4. There's a waxing crescent moon nearby Venus on the 23rd of April. And that shouldn't be there either, I don't think. Mars is in Gemini, still fairly bright, and on the 25th it'll be near a waxing crescent moon. Jupiter is gone from our skies. It's too close to the sun to be visible. The solar conjunction is on April 11th. Saturn, on the other hand, is coming into view in the pre-dawn sky. So look for Saturn if you're up early by mid-April. And on the 16th, it will be close to a waning crescent moon. So that would be a nice picture to take. Uranus is visible between Venus and Mercury at the start of April. Technically unaided eye visible, but easily seen with binoculars at magnitude 5.8. By the end of the month, it's going to be pretty much gone into the evening twilight. So if you want to catch Uranus, see it in the first couple weeks of April. And Neptune will be low in the east in the morning twilight by mid-April. So this is April 11th, I mentioned. So you see Venus and Mercury quite bright in the sky. This is when Mercury is at its greatest eastern elongation, and there's Uranus right in the middle. So this would be a nice wide angle photo op again, because you'd catch Perseus and Taurus and Orion all in the same shot, along with Venus and Mercury. So look at that for around, if you went out for this photo op, again, don't have to stay up late, 8:45, so just after sunset. Spring constellations for your Explore the Universe program are Ursa Minor, Ursa Major, Bootes, Leo, Virgo, and Libra. So these are all the spring constellations that you see in the south. Spring stars. Arcturus is the brightest of the spring stars. And it really does stand out in the evening sky. Dubhe and Merak in Ursa Major, the pointer stars pointing to Polaris, the North Star, and Kochab, one of the brighter stars in Ursa Minor. Denebula and Regulus in Leo, and Spica in Virgo. Lower on the horizon, we have the two stars of Libra. So you need a pretty good southeast horizon if you want to see Libra earlier in the evening. Deep sky objects, Messier 5, Melotte 111, and Messier 44 are the showpiece spring deep sky objects. For your challenge is to get your binoculars out, and if you're in a nice dark site, have a look for Melotte or Colander 256 or Melotte 111. If you just look south of the plus 4.4 magnitude star Gamma Coma Berenices, that's where you'll find Milot 111, and it's a nice loose open cluster. It looks quite nice against the surrounding star field. Double stars are part of the Explore the Universe program, and this is an easy one, Mizar and Alcor. Mizar is a second magnitude star in the middle of the Big Dipper's handle. It's a visual double star, and there's as of yet no firm evidence that it's in any way gravitationally bound with its partner Alcor, which is fourth magnitude. If you have good eyes, you should be able to separate Mizar and Alcor. Very easy to separate with binoculars or split these double stars. If you have a telescope and train it on Mizar and Alcor, you'll notice that Mizar has a close-in companion. Alcor has an unresolved companion, so you can't see the companion of Alcor with a typical amateur telescope, but it's there. And in fact, Mizar A and B are also unresolved double stars. So Mizar and Alcor are in fact a 6-star system. And point of interest, between Mizar and Alcor, there's a star Sidus Ludovicineae, which is a background star that you'll see in your field of view. Variable stars, also part of Explore the Universe, and Algol, the demon star, is one of the easiest examples to view. Before 1118 on April 17th, Algol will be at its maximum brightness at magnitude 2.2, and then after 1118 it'll start to fade, reaching its minimum brightness of full order of magnitude less at 3.2, 3.5 hours later at 2:48. So there's 3.5 hours between the maximum and the dimming, and then 3.5 hours later it'll Algol will be bright again, but you won't be able to notice that increase because it'll be after dawn. Nevertheless, you could certainly see Algol at its brightest and dimmest without staying up the whole night on the 17th of April. And it's a picture of the constellation Perseus, and there's Algol. So pretty easy to find. It changes its brightness because of its companion. Algol is an eclipsing binary star, and as the companion passes in front of Algol, it blocks out some of its light. And that's it for what's up in the sky for April. Any questions? I'd be happy to answer them.
I have one because I'm not an astro imager. But you mentioned in the Jupiter is in conjunction with the sun, so that's why you can't see it. But if you were to use a solar filter on a camera, do you think you'd be able to capture it? Or is that just so close that it just be obliterated regardless?
And it's going to be on the other side, like I say, really close to the sun. And if you had a solar filter, you're not going to be able to see Jupiter because you're blocking out so much light from the sun itself.
Okay.
And I don't. Yeah, even a hydrogen alpha telescope wouldn't. You just look at one wavelength, but you wouldn't see anything.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions for David regarding what's up in April?
Oh, actually, I just see a note from Rob and Lisa, and I want to mention that the International Astronomy Day, April 29th, Halifax RESC will have a booth or an exhibit at the Discovery Center. Peter Hurley and I have been working on that, and anyone that wants to volunteer that day, contact Peter or myself. We'll find something for you to do. We're hoping to have, if the skies are good, to have an evening viewing session as well down on the waterfront behind the Discovery Center.
Great, thank you. Okay. Well, thanks again, David, for this. And just so people know, your presentation is posted on our website. So if you want to see aspects of David's presentation, you want to be reminded of something, please go to halifax.rasc.ca and it's on the homepage. Can't miss it. So thanks so much, David, for the what's up.